everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today's process video does not use any photos, but look at all those bicycle embellishments that I have. I have been collecting those bicycle embellishments. Anytime I get like a sticker sheet or embellishment pack that has a bike in it, I was setting it aside because I knew I had these two photos coming up and I wanted to have enough bikes to decorate the page for these photos. I actually ended up having too many bikes. So I've got some extra bikes. Anybody need any bike embellishments? I can help you out there. But the photos are not printed yet. So those Shutterfly little extra 4x6 things are just the placeholders. And the photos are actually two vertical photos, 4x6. I'm going to make them be 4x6. And there's my daughter and her friend learning how to ride their bikes, or trying to learn how to ride their bikes. We met up one day 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and they tried to ride their bikes around the neighborhood park. And they're still learning. They're still learning to do it without the training wheels. And then they got kind of sidetracked by some other things. So the second picture is of them playing on those like exercise equipment that as you walk around like the path, there's different exercise stations. And so I took a picture of them playing on one of those. So those are the two pictures. Obviously, like I said, they haven't been printed, but I know that I wanted to create a layout with them. And I've got placeholders taking their spots where they're going to be on this page. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the page. And then when I print the photos, I'll already have a page ready to go for them. So the background is a green 49 in Market page. And then I'm layering on top a really pretty rainbow, sort of pastel-y type rainbow, just kind of taking over part of the bottom. I think I did it 6 inches across, 6 inches tall. So I could have bisected the page, but or no, it's more than 6 inches, because I think it's 7 inches, because obviously it has to go, you have to see it behind the photos. So it's 7 inches tall. And I kind of moved it up from the bottom of the page so you can see the green on the top of it and on the bottom. I grabbed some scrap paper to try to layer up behind the photo. And what's happening with the scrap paper and the embellishments is I'm going to end up making what looks like an L shape, or sort of, I guess, a backwards L shape. So on the left-hand side, the right-hand side behind the photos, I've got some papers lined up. I've got some stickers and embellishments, some spot to do my journaling. That Simple Stories sticker I popped up on some foam tape just to give it some extra dimension. I really thought about using that September thing because these photos were from September, but I just didn't think it was super fitting. I think I will save that and use it on something that's a little more generic. Maybe the September 2023 monthly pocket pages, I could use that there. So I'm adding in a little banner strip, but I know I want my title to be there. That's definitely going to be where the title is going to go. I'm just not going to use the September sticker. So I have a banner that I cut, and it's going to be sticking up from behind the photos. Obviously, I don't want to stick down the placeholders too well with like actual adhesive, because then it's going to be difficult to peel them off and it's going to rip the paper. So I'm just using some washi tape to gently hold them in place as I work until those photos get printed and I can peel that up and put the photos down. I'm not sure if you guys have ever scrapbooked without photos before. It's not something I do often, but I have done it before, and sometimes it can be tricky, especially because I like to layer things on top of my photos sometimes, layer embellishments and things. So you just have to kind of be careful when you're doing that, and keep that in mind. This is going to layer on top of something. Maybe keep the sticker backing on like that section just to protect it, and so it doesn't actually stick, because I don't know how long it's going to be until I actually get the photos printed. And the longer the adhesive sticks, the harder it is to peel up. So there's some things to keep in mind, some logistical things, but it's not totally undoable to scrapbook without photos, especially if you have little extra pieces of paper or these Shutterfly things. They give you like a cover sheet when they deliver your pictures. And so I save those and I use them to cover photos for mixed media, which is why one of these looks really messy, or I use them for something like this to serve as photo placeholders, because they are the right size. They're 4x6. So on the right-hand side of the photo, there's another piece of paper sticking up the side. That's how the backwards L is being shaped. And then I've got some bike embellishments over here on the side. I was trying to figure out the best way to like layer them up, because one of them was I think it was like a 3x3 cut apart, and then the rest are just stickers and die cut ephemera pieces. I'm going to do another banner, just like the banner on the top. So, you know, bringing both sides together. You saw I added an extra bicycle sticker up on the top there too. I'm trying to get as many bikes as I can. There's another bike down at the bottom. That's a chipboard one, and it is overlapping the placeholder, but the adhesive is only on the wheels because this was not a self-stick chipboard. So I have, you can see there, I'm adding in my large glue dots, but only on the wheels. So it's going to still be easy to take that placeholder out and insert the actual photo behind the bicycle. And then I've got a little sticker that was from a Simple Stories collection that I think I'm going to use either to scrapbook, like to scrap backwards to start with this collection. It's very like family themed, could be good for Thanksgiving pictures, but it's also very old and it's been in my stash for a while, but it had that sticker that said together, and I wanted there to be something like that on this page since the title of this is going to be something about learning to ride bikes, but I wanted it to show like togetherness because they were doing it together. I haven't gotten to the title yet, but I will. So obviously the washi tape, when you try to, I tried to roll it like you would roll Scotch tape and stick something down. I don't know if it's the shininess of the paper or if just that these have been used a lot for mixed media stuff. So the washi tape wasn't sticking that well doing it the way I had. So I'm just going to kind of stick it down on the edges and help it stay in place a little bit better because it was moving a little bit. So, and something else to keep in mind when you're sticking down your placeholders, maybe just get the edges a little bit or however works so that it doesn't move around too much. So I'm just layering up those bicycles on the other side. I'm doing something where one bike looks like it's facing into the photos. The bike down at the bottom looks like it's facing out from the photos. And then I am going to end up adding another bicycle facing out at the top. Like I said, I'm just trying to layer up and use as many of these bicycle embellishments as I possibly can. I actually still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bicycle embellishments left. And I can guarantee you I have no other bicycle pictures because my kid's just not really into riding her bike or learning how to do it. And some people are like, oh my gosh, your kid doesn't know how to ride a bike. And I'm just like, is that a life skill? Is that a necessary life skill to know how to ride a bike? How many times in my adult life have I ridden a bike? Twice. And the last time was probably... Well, the last time was before my daughter was born, so it might have been like 2011. I mean, like, is it really that big of a deal to know how to ride a bike or not? Let me know your thoughts about that in the comments. So here's the title. I'm using my Bella Boulevard alpha stickers in that really pretty pink to do the words learn and ride, and then I used some small Simple Stories alpha stickers to do the word to. And I like to kind of like layer things up. Not that they're overlapping, but I like to use the white space. So the word to is kind of on top of the letter E, and then the word learn kind of comes sort of on top of ride, but also, I don't know how to explain it. But then there's another white space in between like learn and ride, and I'm going to end up adding another sticker in there just because I don't like to see that much white space. But I do like my titles to kind of line up nicely, almost like if I was doing it on a computer, like making a digital layout or doing a magazine spread, almost how you would see the words of the titles rearranged in something like that, only it's on a scrapbook page with sticker letters. So I think I'm adding in my last bicycle there. I'm going to add in a few other like hearts and stars just to sort of build out some of these bicycle embellishment clusters, but it's pretty busy because most of these bike pieces are large. So I don't want to go too overboard with the embellishments on this. And obviously I can add more later once I get the photos done. If I find something that I'm like, oh, I really wanted to add this, or maybe I really want to add this on top of a photo, then I can always go back and add those later. So I hope that this is helpful for you. If you want to sit down and scrapbook, but you don't have the photos yet, or you're waiting for them in the mail, or however you get your photos printed, it is possible to create a layout without photos, just keep a couple things in mind and you'll be good to go. And then when the photos get here, you can just pop them in. I almost think it's easier to scrapbook when you have specific photos in mind than just trying to create a layout and thinking, well, I'll just add whatever fits in here later. I have done that before too, where I have supplies, but I don't have any photos. I don't have any photos in mind, but I just want to create a page. That's a little more difficult because you don't know specifically what photos are going to be on there. But if you have an idea of what photos you want to use, it makes it a lot easier. So another little tip there. Here are the close-ups. I hope that you guys are enjoying this February challenge with all these process videos. Subscribe to the channel to see all of them. Head to the February challenge playlist to catch up on any that you've missed, and follow me on social media for more. I'll see you next time. Bye.